What up, YouTube? So today is going to be part 4 of the Honda Civic k20a2 California State Bar. And today we're going to start actually getting the car prepped. So as you can see, we still got some stuff left over that needs to be taken out. As you can see, we got fuel filter, we got our hydraulic slave line for the clutch. We're going to be obviously running a braided line, so we won't be using that. We need to start cutting our fuel lines. We also going to take off these power steering lines as well. I'm going to take off that little bar right there, little tie bar, and tuck these wires back inside, because we're actually going to tuck those under the fender so look a little cleaner in here. And then wherever this harness goes to, we'll be tucking that away as well. I think that's just the AC harness. Other than that, if you guys haven't been watching, this is the k20a2 swap that we're going to be dropping in. If you haven't seen the last video, you can check it out if you need to know how to take out a motor swap. This is the gas tank as well, and we got the cat and everything with downpipe, in which we're actually going to be using a brand new cat, so just to make sure everything passes perfect on this car. I got a couple boxes that we're going to have to open real quick so we can start getting things ready. So I'm going to go start getting those boxes, and then we'll start opening everything, and I'll show you guys what we're going to be using to pretty much swap this car bar legal. So I'm going to go ahead and get the boxes, and then we'll come back. Alright, so we're back, and let's do a little bit unboxing. These are pretty much all the parts we're going to be using to get the K-swap running. So first thing right here, kind of already opened up just to make sure what was in here, is our hybrid racing shifter box, bolt-in shift box. Pretty much the same one I used for my K20Z3 swap, but this is for RSX cables instead. So they give you that. They give you a little shifter extension and all your bolts. It's really simple installation. I think we'll probably be installing this on the next video. So yeah, we got our shifter. We obviously have our stock cables and everything from our swap, so we're not going to go aftermarket on that. Next thing we got right here, I believe, is our power steering kit. So we're going to be running power steering. Most people don't, but some people do like to have power steering still, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's another box. Yeah, so I'll open this one. So this is pretty much everything we're going to be using for our power steering kit. Most of this stuff, like I said, I'll be installing after the motor is actually installed. Okay, next box we got is brand new Exetti clutch, which is going to be perfect because this is going to be a daily driver. Not sure what stage we went with. I think we just went with the, okay, it's a single sports series, so yeah. Good clutch. Let's see. I believe this is our hasport mounts. So I went with hasport because, like I was saying on my other videos, you have to tilt the engine in order for the cat downpipe to actually work, or if you put it in the regular way, it's pretty much right in the weight of the subframe. So these are our brackets and everything from hasport. The reason why I recommended them, like I said, is because they got the double support. So we're going to actually be installing the hasport mounts today, because we're going to be doing the passenger side bracket. So That's that right there. And then these are our insane shafts. Yeah, so insane shafts. These fit EG, EK, or DCDA. I believe they fit EF too. I don't know why they didn't put that on there. Well, maybe they're. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. EF is a little bit shorter actually. So those are our axles. Next thing, let's see. I got this right here. I think this is our K-tuned immobilizer, I believe. Sorry it's taking so long. It's just a little harder with one hand here. Yeah. So this is the bypass. I know I said I was going to use the ignition, but the thing is that with this K-tuner bypass, it actually has the communication line delete as well, so you won't have a check engine light. I'm pretty sure Bar will try to get you on that. So instead of using the ignition, it's just better to use this for the immobilizer bypass, and I think P0500 is the communication code that you get with that, as far as check engine lights, because you cannot have any check engine lights or any monitors unset, so all monitors have to be set. Next thing we got right here is just some wheel locks, so that's not even part of the swap. Let's see, we got hybrid racing harness. So instead of me taking the complete RSX dash out and rewiring everything, I'm just going to rewire this and put all my small wires onto the e-plug and then run it like that. Once we get the engine in, like I said, we'll be going over that as well. Next thing we got is our hoses, and these come with the radiator clamps and everything, so we can mount that up pretty simple. This is going to be our clutch line kit. We already have our slave and master, so this is just pretty much to put those together from EG chassis to K series. And then right here, just a stock K-tune throttle body, throttle cable, I'm sorry, just to make it a little more simpler. And I'm not sure what this is, I forgot. I ordered so many parts. Stuff's been coming in, so some of this stuff I'm not really sure what it is. Oh, okay, so this is just some extra stuff that came in with the car. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, and our ground kit, which is very, very important, but you can also make these as well. I just like to have them since this car is going to be a lot newer and stuff. It's better to have newer looking stuff on here. Last but not least is the air intake, which I just lost my razor right now. Probably not even going to open that. Everybody knows what an intake looks like. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and start getting to the mounts. So what we're going to do is start getting this bracket over here. Start drilling. We're going to install it. I'll show you it installed, and then we'll drill for the bolts. Install that, and then we're going to start taking all these fuel lines off. This hydraulic clutch line. And these power steering lines, and then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do next. Alright, so we're back, and we took off a couple of hoses, our power steering, our fuel, and clutch line. Still got to cut the lines down a little bit, but right now we're onto the hasport mounts. As you can see, this is pretty much how they line up. This is the driver's side, this is the center, passenger side, this is the bracket. So pretty much you line your bracket up with 2 bolts at the bottom, the stock factory bolts, and I pretty much got my holes marked up so I can drill them out for the new bolts that install. So I'm gonna go ahead and start drilling those bolts out, and then we can take the bottom bolts and put the bolts they see supplied with, which are these right here. They're pretty much the 2 longest bolts that come in here. There's no other bolts longer, so you won't get confused. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start drilling that out, get those bolts in, and then we'll come back, start taking that bar off, the rear mount off, and kind of clean it all up and probably cut those lines so we could put the rear mount on. And then that's probably gonna be it. I might tuck the wires in too as well. And that'll probably be it for this video, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out and then we'll come back. Alright, so we're back now, and we got the passenger side hasport bracket and mount just temporarily on there. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks and how the mounts mount up, just in case some people are new and don't understand. This is just, just to show you that this is the driver's side. You got the 3 post mount, and then on the passenger side you got the 2 post mount. And pretty much this is just your rear bracket and your rear mount. They supply pretty much all the hardware and everything as well. I'm missing a bolt on this side, but I can just use a stock factory Honda one on that. Other than that, I got all my lines all prepped. Everything's pretty much ready. Next video, I just got the water pump in today, so we'll go over and start getting the water pump and then the Exedi clutch installed on this. So we'll be doing that next video, and pretty much dropping it in, taking everything we don't need off of here. We're not going to use AC, so we're going to take that off. And then like I said, we're going to use aftermarket intake, hybrid racing shifter and conversion harness, the stock gas tank. No fuel pressure regulator because that's aftermarket. They want to allow the fuel pressure to be adjusted aftermarket, so you do have to run the tank. That's one reason why. We're using hasport mounts, insane shaft axles, Valix Racing hydro, or not hydro but cable line, the hydro line, and we're going to be running the hybrid racing power steering line kit as well. Other than that, everything else is going to remain factory stock. So one thing we do have to do is I'm going to tap later on into this to get our temperature, since I can't actually take this out. This has to stay factory as well, so we usually put the temperature sensor right here. So unfortunately I'm just going to drill and tap right here, and that's what I usually do, just in case somebody are wondering how did I get temperature without messing with the factory spot where we put it at. Other than that, stay tuned, guys. Got a lot of stuff that we got still to do on this hatch right here. Also wanted to ask if anybody has some JDM thin side moldings for this car. They are kind of going a little higher now, but I'm pretty sure somebody who is hopefully watching or knows somebody who does. Let me know. Hit me up. You can hit me up on Gmail, which is honda.mike1988@gmail.com. Instagram, rarewooded_. And yeah, just let me know. If hopefully, I'm looking for as clean as possible, because this car is pretty much all painted up and everything wants to be as nice as possible. So if you do, hopefully just hit me up. No broken clips, please, because I said I wanted everything to be perfect, almost as close as new as possible. So other than that, if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys on the next video.